Do you have diabetes? Are you concerned about developing diabetes? Maybe it's you've got a loved one that has diabetes. Well, the great news is there are many things you can do in your lifestyle to improve it that can have a positive impact on your blood glucose levels if you've already got diabetes, or reduce your chance of developing it. But overall, they're just going to improve your quality of life, which is really what it's all about. Hi, I'm Dr. Ryan and I'm a chiropractor, and in this video I'm going to go through the top 5 things I've found that help reduce your chance of developing diabetes or managing it if you've already been diagnosed with it, but most importantly, they just overall improve your quality of life. Please consult your healthcare professional before making any radical changes in your lifestyle, as the advice I'm giving here is only of a general nature and doesn't consider your personal health conditions that you may already have. So let's get started. When we're talking about diabetes, one of the first things that you will have discussed with anybody if you've actually been diagnosed with it or at increased risk of it is making sure your diet is of a healthy nature. So for an ideal diet, it should be high in fiber. You should limit the amount of processed food you consume, fast food you consume, and the amount of fried foods. So when we talk about high in fiber, we're talking about lots of veggies. Fruit can be included in there, but we want non-starchy varieties and the lower GI end if you're in the fruit. Now this should make up 50 to 60% of what's on your plate. You should also limit the amount of processed food you eat, because in processed foods there are often hidden sugars and fats and salts that we don't know about. So if you think about bread, they're often very high in sugar and very high in salt at the same time. Now let's consider fast foods. They often contain things called trans fats, which aren't great for the body to start with. And they're usually much higher in calories than if you considered a baked or a grilled option. So this can become part of a weight management issue, which often predisposes people to diabetes. So getting on to weight management, the science is quite spoken quite loudly here. A healthy body mass reduces your risk of developing diabetes, but managing diabetes, the science suggests that if you lose 5 to 7 kilograms if you're already overweight, this can help lower your blood glucose level significantly. The science also suggests the location of your body fat really affects the effect on you. If it's around your waist, again, you're at higher risk of developing diabetes. So thus, a healthy hip to waist ratio is very key. For men, that hip to weight ratio should be 0.9, for women 0.8. Now, the science has also investigated the effect of exercise on our blood glucose levels in diabetes, and it's found and demonstrated and suggests that regular exercise will improve your blood glucose level, your insulin resistance. So, getting regular exercise is really good. It's shown that all exercise has a benefit. However, the more intense you exercise, the better the benefits, the larger the benefits. So it may be a case that if you're relatively fit and healthy otherwise, that you benefit hugely from a high intensity interval training. This is often referred to as a HIIT exercise program. But please consult your healthcare professional before starting any kind of exercise program like this, because it can have implications and put stresses on other tissues in your body where you may already have issues. The next thing to discuss is stress management. When we are under high levels of stress, we need to manage them. And managing your stress is really key here. So getting your stress under wraps has a positive impact on your blood glucose levels. While the body's in the stress response, it causes the liver to release more glucose into your blood, thus raising your blood sugars. Now this is normal with the fight or flight response. So we look out for that. However, most of our stress in modern day life is not life-threatening. So the actions here of the human stress response can be detrimental long-term. Pushing your blood glucose level up is fine for 5 to 10 minutes. However, then we want it to return to its normal profile. If you're chronically stressed, this is where it can predispose you to diabetes. Now, avoiding things like caffeine, sugar, alcohol, they'll all help reduce the stress in your body. The science has also demonstrated that meditation, stretching, yoga can also help to reduce the stress, as well holding the correct posture. If you're in this curled over forward hunched posture, just like a boxer or someone running, this is the fight or flight posture, and your body recognizes this is being in a stressful situation. So it keeps that stress response going. This is where chiropractic can really help you. When you have a spine that functions properly and the nervous system functions optimally, it's much easier to hold that ideal posture, and your body will be able to adapt better to the stresses you have in it, thus reducing the effect. Getting a good night's sleep, a great quality sleep, will also reduce your stress response. We discussed how the stress response affects blood glucose levels just a minute ago, but getting a good night's sleep benefits you there. The science has demonstrated that when you're overweight, you're more likely to develop things like sleep apnea, which push your body into that stress response. And that again affects your blood glucose, but also increases your risk of having a stroke. So these are the easy things you can look at straight away. If you need more tips than this, please contact us directly. For more information like this or other health tips, stretches, exercises, please check out our website, subscribe to our blog, or subscribe to our newsletter. We'll be happy to help you along the way with some general advice. If you need the specific stuff, please come in, make an appointment, and we'll discuss your needs there. Have a great day.